Hello and welcome everyone. This is Sasaki versus Kojima, as Sasaki is handing over the AJPW Triple Crown. This is coming to you from the late 2000s, 2008 to be exact. And this is a match that has been built up over the course of many months to show and to prove who is the best in AJPW. The two main event stars from AJPW. You can see the banners fly, the respect for Kojima and the champion Sasaki. Stout and just dense musculature. There's Minoru Suzuki on the broadcast team. There on the far right. He certainly has been involved in matches between these two as well. But this is going to prove to be an absolute banger of a match. Kojima, the face that runs the place, to steal a phrase from AJ Styles, but both of these men, two of the best professional wrestlers that Japan has to offer at this very time. They are going at it for the Triple Crown. And what an exciting match on display. Both men absolutely frozen, staring down one another, and you have to think this is as much psychological as anything else. And I have to say, I am excited as all get out because I have heard this is an absolutely tremendous match. Now, Sasaki is in the primarily black trunks with some yellow and blue, and Kojima is in the black and orange trunks. He is the challenger, Kojima, and Sasaki, the Triple Crown champion, as Kojima goes for a quick roll-up to no avail. Just probably keeping Sasaki on his toes as much as anything at this early juncture to be pulling out a roll-up like that. But Sasaki trying to apply a toe hold to Kojima. Kojima trying to counter. Now he drives down on the knee, captures the leg. He is trying to torque and Kojima to get out, trying to put on a face lock of his own. You see that signature nose piece for Kojima. Try to increase the breathing, as that can be a major problem for those who have sustained multiple nose breaks or fractures. Kojima now working the arm of Sasaki. Now Sasaki trying to roll through, trying to get some leverage to break the arm out, and he's able to. Now he has the leg in prime position for a strike. Got some gritty mat wrestling going on right now, as Sasaki now going after the knee and a knee bar. This can be very brutal. This can be a career ender if Sasaki is able to properly torque it, but Kojima able to get out. And now Sasaki has back control. Legs grapevined around Kojima. Now he's got him in a bit of a half Nelson, and now an armbar could be applied from a similar position, but Kojima able to run it through into what should be a pin, unless that right shoulder is off the mat. He's just driving the face and now trying to put additional weight by propping those legs on the bottom rope. The ref's going to break that up, as you can't do that. As much of a feeling out period as this is both men trying to show the other that they are going to control the pace of this match and that they intend to break down the will of the other competitor. That is what these holds are tremendous at, just to break down the opponent and break their will. Both of these wrestlers mean, tough, but unwilling to quit as they are trading stiff shoulder blocks in. Sasaki able to break the pace of this matchup with some high-intensity strikes, and now they are trading chest chops that would be heard a mile away. And they are flinching. They are definitely feeling the full force of this, but much like taking a cold shower, this is going to wake you up for any fight. Which men will bend first? Sasaki really laying it in. They are trading nonetheless. Sasaki now 3 in a row, and now he's hitting the ropes, and he is tripped by a friend of Kojima on the outside. You have to wonder how the ref is going to address this, as Sasaki's stablemates are now saying, look, you have to do something about this, ref. Can't be letting these people on the outside of the ring influence this match. Now we have a all-out brawl on the outside. I guess it was a matter of time before something like this happened, and the ref is trying to address it, and a chair is now in the ring as Kojima is trying to very much take control of this matchup, and he has gotten multiple chair shots into the midsection of Sasaki, and a big chair shot that breaks the chair over the head of Sasaki. Kojima knows how to take advantage of a ref distraction. I will tell you that much. Now stomping the downed Sasaki. He knows, hey, look, anything for the title. Ref is cleaning up the remnants of a chair that broke over the head of Sasaki. Now Kojima taking it to Sasaki. He's trying to kick away the stablemates of Sasaki as Kojima. I think that the ref was savvy to it, but he isn't going to DQ without actually having seen the infraction. You can only infer what occurred. Now Kojima playing to the fans. It might not be the best idea when you're facing someone like Sasaki. You got to keep complete and utter focus on the ultimate goal, which is to win the titles. And he did take a big risk. The ref was distracted, but that chair shot could have very much cost him the match and a shot at the titles. Sasaki on the ground. Kojima looking on how he can capitalize on this huge shift in momentum that he was able to bring about by smashing that chair over the face of Sasaki. Now he's unleashing some chops of his own. I think he's going after the eyes now of Sasaki. Smart move. If the opponent can't see, well then the offense and defense is very much hindered. Nice running and jumping Superman forearm by Kojima, and he is now going up to the top rope. Lands a nice elbow from the top. Only gets a two count as Sasaki is able to kick out. Sasaki has a steep road ahead of him, but he's able to fire up with a chest chop. Maybe finally being able to shake the cobwebs off after that stiff chair shot. He's going for a German. And a low blow by Kojima as he distracted the ref. He plays to those on the outside saying, hey, what Sasaki might have an advantage of strength, I have an advantage of intelligence. But a nice spinning slam by Sasaki, who's too injured to... Oh, and he gets another low blow. You have to wonder, what was the ref looking at to miss that? He is in an unenviable position, is the ref, as there is about 8 strong on the outside, both cheering and jeering for their respective man. And Kojima laying in stiff elbows to the jaw of Sasaki. And a big forearm to the back of the neck. And another spinning forearm to the back of the neck, but it's still not enough to send Sasaki down to the ground, and an enziguri kick sends Sasaki to the edge of the ring. What has Kojima got in mind now? Move here, I mean, this is the hardest part of the ring, the edges. A move landed here would be utterly devastating, or to the outside. Oh, Sasaki looking for a suplex. Oh no, he's not able to land. That would have been... Oh! He went for a DDT, and I don't know if the DDT fully hit. I still do believe that Sasaki's head hit the edge of the ring, but I think he might have also hit his shoulder on the ropes going down, which you could argue saved him. And now the DD to the outside. There is no being saved there. You have to remember that also does damage, landing on those ring ropes. Those are taut ropes with rubber coating, so it can definitely do a lot of damage. And a nice snap suplex there by Kojima, who is shown thus far he is willing to do anything necessary. To quote Malcolm X, by any means necessary to regain the title. He wants that AJPW Triple Crown. But Sasaki, definitely a tough competitor. He is going for that maneuver. Looks like a variation of a suplex into a brainbuster-like driver. And he was able to land it on the outside, and that is very dangerous territory. Landing head first on that outside. You have a thin mat and then concrete. And it is not outside the realm of possibility that someone could easily be knocked unconscious or even knocked into a coma. I mean, that is, you are playing with someone's life when you land on that kind of surface. There is absolutely no give, and the concussive force can be just devastating. And Sasaki, after what has been done to him in this match, all the cheap shots, the low blows, I feel as though he would be okay with winning via countout. Never mind, He wants to win this the old-fashioned way. He went for a pin. The ref counted from the outside, but Kojima able to kick out. And I think the hesitation really cost Sasaki. Had he brought him in originally and gone for the pinfall, I'm almost certain he would have got the 3 count. Had he left Kojima on the outside, I think he probably would have got the count out, but the fact that he let most of a count go and then brought Kojima in afterwards gave Kojima just enough time to kick out before a full 3 count. But Sasaki has regained control of this match. He's torquing the neck and the shoulder of Kojima. This is a very seasoned strategy, manipulating 2 body parts at once. And it will definitely limit the offense of Kojima. He went for a pinfall attempt afterwards. And so many of these Japanese high-impact moves prey upon the neck and head of their competitors. And look at that! Reversal into a cutter by Kojima. And now knee and another cutter by Kojima. Is he able to follow it up with a pin? Not yet. He's definitely still feeling the effects of the maneuvers that were hit on him just minutes ago. He's now perhaps looking to put on a submission hold of his own. He followed it up with the same maneuver that Sasaki had on Kojima, but Sasaki able to muscle out of it. And he just, like, there is a NFL football player who used to go by the name of a muscle hamster. And Sasaki, I'm not sure exactly how tall he is, but he just looks like this dense ball of muscle. And the power that he is able to generate. Maybe a muscle monster would be the correct term for Sasaki. But Kojima looking to set up something here on the top. And this is dangerous territory. Look at that Hurricane Rana from the top rope. Sasaki feeling the effects of that, landing on his head. He's already taken a chair shot to the head. You have to wonder, does he have a concussion perhaps? Can throw off your balance, can affect your vision. And it can compound too. Additional concussive forces can kind of exponentially make the concussion worse. And that can have long-term effects, but the stakes could not be higher. Not that I'm saying there's any match worth risking one's career for, but I think Sasaki would be willing to risk it all to win this match, as he has Kojima set up on the top rope and a stiff lariat off the top. And Kojima has to be seeing the world as though he is cartwheeling through it right now after that stiff lariat. Kojima trying to get back up to his feet. Sasaki going up to the top to try to capitalize on that lariat, and now lands a flying lariat off the top rope into a pinfall attempt. 1-2, and that is not enough. Kojima, say what you will about his personality, his willingness to take shortcuts in this match. He is being resilient, and he counters the lariat by attacking the elbow. And again, no. Both men are trying to attack the arms of the other, but Kojima getting the best of it so far, or maybe not. Every time they trade, it seems like the other man is getting the worst of it. Is this smart? I don't know, but it does take out the other man's lariat and ability to do something with their dominant arm. They keep smashing them into one another. You have to wonder who is going to be the first to break, Kojima or Sasaki. They keep trading those kind of, they're smashing forearms into one another. As someone who has fractured their forearm before, I would not be willing to do that. But Sasaki following it up very smartly, going for an arm bar here. Someone who's watched early UFC, I remember Tim Silva completely breaking his forearm from an arm bar. And if I were Kojima right now, that gory image would be playing in my minds with great horror, as this could go very wrong, especially after all the damage that has been done from those trading of forearms into forearms. He's smartly able to manipulate his body to get that foot on the bottom rope. But that arm has got to be feeling it. Oh, and what a power bomb, one-armed power bomb by Sasaki, but Kojima able to reverse the pinfall attempt into an armbar of his own. And it's a smart maneuver, again, like I said, but he doesn't quite have the leverage that Sasaki did from his technique in the forearm. If he's able to kind of roll onto his back whilst keeping the shoulders up and tilt the pelvis upwards, he can gain way more leverage on this maneuver. And as he did so, Sasaki was able to get into the ropes. Sasaki would have been in a lot of trouble if he had not turned into the ropes as Kojima was properly applying the armbar. That being said, the way he did have it on, he was still putting a lot of pressure on the arm, just not maximizing the amount of pressure he was able to put on. And what a maneuver there by Kojima into the pin. 1, 2, not enough. Sasaki kicks out at 2.5. Now Kojima trying to catch his breath. Sasaki trying to regain composure. Kojima maybe going for a suplex. Ooh. I love these Japanese maneuvers. 1, 2, not enough. Sasaki powerfully kicks out of that. And just look at the development in the hamstrings and quads of Sasaki. He's able to just kick out with such force. This guy, I can't imagine how much he squats. Oh, and a big lariat there by Kojima. That might be it. No, he's able to kick out, and the force that Sasaki is able to kick out with sends Kojima flying off of him. I mean, this guy is a freaking powerhouse. But Kojima going for the ropes, and Sasaki, the only maneuver he had left was to basically throw himself out of the railroad tracks, which was a Kojima freight train. I think the ref's going to have to count him down, both shoulders down. No, Kojima wants to take advantage of this. If there was ever a time to take advantage, it would be now, as Sasaki seems very much affected. Oh, look at how fast! He had so much momentum in that lariat, but Kojima able to repay the favor with a lariat of his own, and both men are down. Is the ref going to start a count? Remember, Sasaki would retain if both men were counted down. Now he's counting 3, 4, 5. Both men stirring, trying to get to their feet to beat the 10 count, and they do. And Sasaki looking to capitalize, and wow, Kojima with a nice reversal there, a knee to the top of the head, and he follows it up with a lariat. He's hanging on to the ropes, not to fall down again. How will he capitalize? He's calling for an end to this match. The thumb over the throat, saying this guy is done for. And now he's looking to use the maneuver that Sasaki used on him. Oh my goodness, that was almost it. As he gets a 2.5 count, a near fall. And Kojima trying to use Sasaki's maneuver on Sasaki. He's on one knee, he's getting up, and he is feeling the effects of this grueling matchup in Sasaki. Nice lariat. He has double underhooks into a suplex, bridges, and Kojima able to kick out. A huge lariat into the pin, and Kojima kicks out at 1. He is running on fumes right now, as I think he was knocked into the next decade with that stiff lariat. And now what is Sasaki got planned? Oh my goodness, right onto the back of the head. Sasaki drove him with a variation of a German suplex with a half Nelson. And now he's going for that patented maneuver. We've seen it once already on the outside. Straight into the pin. This is it. And there it is. Sasaki wins the match and retains the AJPW Triple Crown. And what a match and what a finish. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me. And I will catch you on the flippity floop. Bye, y'all.